Hello, dear viewers. This is hypnosis to help you ask that client, ask that boss for more money, more money. And just by listening to this, it will percolate into your subconscious and put the message in. I wrote the message right here. Put the message in that you know you're worth it. Because this is all about self-worth. You don't feel that you are worth it, and that's why it's super awkward to ask people for more money. And then you get angry about it afterwards, and you say, why is it that I'm in this lower rung in society where other people are not even doing that much and they're making so much more for me and they're not providing value, but I provide so much value and I don't even get paid for it. I'm sucking that out of you right now. Pause. I'm sucking it out of you. You'll never feel like that again because you're going to realize that in the moment that you want to ask for what you want and follow your nose wherever it goes, you are going to see that you can just ask. And if the person says no, they will say, actually, let me get back to you on that. And in the time it takes for them to come back to you with that, another person is already coming from afar to give you exactly what you want. Because Jesus said, ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door will be opened. And you go into the door and you sit at the table and food will be served. And if you eat the food, then they will show you the bathroom. And if you go in the bathroom, there will be a toilet. And if you sit on the toilet, you're going to excrete your bodily fluids. And if you excrete your bodily fluids, you will realize that we are all excreting bodily fluids here on this earth. And so when you ask for the money that you know you deserve and you know that you need and that you want, you will go on the toilet and remember that we are all one in this world. I am with you, you are with me, we are all together. And that is why it is okay for you to not get what you want sometimes. The video got cut off there, which is a sign in itself to remind us that there's always these interruptions from people who don't want us to get what we want. Because if it weren't for the interruptions from the evil little impish mind domination freaks, and you know who I'm talking about because they always give you a kind of self-bashing feeling. It's like there's some people you talk to them and then afterwards you're like, what did I do wrong? I must have done something wrong. What is going on here? And if you're mega depressed, you kind of feel that about everyone. But there's especially people who always make you feel like you did something bad, right? And that's because they always have to be right. If they didn't interrupt the flow of things, well, they wouldn't have any reason to live. And so, my work as a master hypnotist, mistress, just trying to make words sound good together, is to interrupt the interruption, block this interruption from happening to you. So, just by listening to this video, you are not going to be interrupted by the people who are blocking your money flow. And the reason they want to block your money flow is that if they do that, then it's like keeping the baby from the mother's milk, you know? When you are not sleeping well because of your anxiety over your financial issues, it's like a baby crying because they can't sleep. They want to sleep. They cry and cry and cry so that the pain-killing chemicals go off in their brain and lull them to sleep. But babies also like to, well, they would prefer to just be on their mom's boobies and drink milk until they fall into a slumber. That's the preferred method of sleep. So right now you're doing the cry until you sleep thing. And so my job is to put you on the teat. What do you mean put you on the teat? Pause. No diddy. Um the teats of the eternal, the teat of, in the early church, I guess they would call it Gnostic, but it was early church when everything was weird, the ancient times. There's lots of poetry about God's breasts, and they memory wiped that 1984, except it's like 4th century or something, Syrian sect. Yes, God has breasts, and if you nurse at God's breast, then you will receive the abundance, which will make it so that you can sleep at night soundly knowing that you are receiving everything that Jesus told you to seek. So, and even if you're not religious, this is a lot of confusing messages, okay? I'm trying to activate your subconscious so that you remember that without, it's like the onion layers. You're taking off the layers from the interruptions of these, malignant people who are they just want people to be attached to them because they are not connected to the divine. So the only connection that they can get is by making people worship them. And when you are, cucking your own values, your own standards for that of somebody else's, well, that's the ultimate form of worship. So instead of that, you're stripping this away when you sleep at night so that you remember who you really are is someone who doesn't actually care whether you can drink from the teat or not, actually. Because it is the dominators themselves, the energy vampires, as it were, who put this condition that if you're not constantly connected to God, then you're some kind of sinful failure. And that's also not true. So what I am doing right now is removing all of the influence of the people who want you to feel like, ooh, I'm so cringe and awkward, I just can't even exist anymore. And the more that I'm cringe and awkward and shuddering and failing, the more I'm going to get points to be some sort of humble divine saint whose sins are washed away in suffering. Which is not true at all, because none of that shit's real. It's not real. There's no value in suffering. People always say, God looks kindly on people suffering and yada, yada, yada. That's not really how things work, and that's not how things work. You can be very, very happy, like a little baby, sucking on the teats of God, and be in a much, much better position, karmically speaking, than someone who is, worried about how other people see them just for wanting what everyone wants and knowing that, you're worth it. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba. I don't even know that song. So, how it works is step 1, go to a client, go to your boss, Step 2, look him dead square or her dead square in the eye, or imagine that you're doing so over the text message or email or on the phone. Step 3, start sucking on the teats of God again, and just imagine you're a little baby sucking on the teats of God. The laughter is actually part of the process. It's not me breaking any fourth wall. It's not me breaking out of character. It's literally part of the chaos magic, which I'm using to destroy the evil eye curses that have been thrust upon you. See, even my little necklace I'm playing with dropped down. That's how these people will fall. Who have been messing with your life so much. They're gonna fall, drop to the ground. Hold on. Okay, I took a short break so that I could take that little golden necklace and go stomp on it until it broke into a million pieces. Yes, I am lying. Of course I'm lying. This whole thing is a narrative because you don't need any of this. You already know that you are able to do whatever you want in this life, confined only by the restrictions of the molecules in the air and the couch and the outside and the door and the house and everything. That is why you have to shut up and listen and start talking and stop talking, all at the rhythm that you know is the rhythm that will turn in to the numbers going into your bank account. Because when you stare deeply and deeply and deeply into the eyes of your own childhood self, you see someone who already knew how things operated in this world way, 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 way before, and even in the past, and you only forgot because they wanted you to forget, and then now it's being reactivated in your mind, and this is how you are going to, start making modest gains. You win a little, you lose a little, but you're not gonna be regretting and huffing and puffing and stomping your feet and being like, this is because God hates me. They don't want me to be successful in this life, and then, nya. I mean, just give it up. Just give it up. Go. You're done. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna work for you. It's over. You're never gonna ask for that money, are you? You're weak. You're weak, is what they try to tell you. Even though the reason is hurt people. And then those hurt people, and then other hurt people, and there's just a bunch of hurting going on. Where is the healing in this life? Where is it? Is it inside of you? Is it inside of me? Am I even doing anything right now? Or is it all in your imagination? I don't know. All I know is just by listening to this video, you're gonna be like, what the hell even was that? But then you'll find yourself the next time that you're in a position when the opportunity strikes like a serpent. For you to ask for more money, you're gonna be like, you're gonna know what the little S in the dollar sign means. It means sleepy Sadie. It's telling you that you can make bajillions if you just ask. Because there's nothing spiritual by thinking, if I ask, I'm not gonna receive because Jesus hates me and my whatever religion God hates me, and or if you're atheist, the Charles Darwin hates me, and Karl Marx hates me, or whatever. I don't know who you worship, but I'm just kidding. I'm not even okay. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Because I have done some satanic rituals. I have lit candles, blown them out. I have, I'm doing this all for you guys and for my own personal gain. But to infuse these videos with demonic adrenochrome magic so that they're actually effective, because that's how things work in this Diddy world, Diddy universe, Diddytopia, if you would. See, it's fun. You'll come to realize after the fog has faded that it's actually just fun and easy to do whatever you want all the time. And like, if you fail, you fail. If you win, you win. And you'll be like, wow, so this is what it's like to be one of those old Asian guys on a mountain who hasn't bathed in 20 years. So this is what it feels like, because I am so spiritual and awesome. Wow. And yeah, it's gonna be very anticlimactic, but it'll be fun and you'll be laughing. And then when you get that money, you're gonna be like, oh, calm down. Can't get too excited. I don't want to go back to my dorky old cringe self who wasn't making money anymore. Ooh. You know what I mean? And then the cycle continues. And then it's just gonna be really cool, honestly. You are gonna have the best time ever. And that's how hypnosis works. I mean, people think you have to get out a pocket watch. And I was watching a YouTube video where they were researching hypnosis, and it's just some YouTuber guy, and he didn't believe in it. And then they went to some college where some student was learning hypnotherapy, and then he tested it out on them, and it didn't work at all. And they were kind of just laughing at it because and they were doing all the classic with the pendulum swinging and the counting and the breathing and the blah blah blah, and it's like, that's not where the magic lies. Where are your candles? Where is the weird, what's they called, those weird looking demonic symbols? I keep thinking Sigma. It's not Sigma. What are they called? Hold on. Pause. Sigil. Where are your sigils? Where are your candles? Where's the blood sacrifice? That's not how hypnosis works. You can't just say stuff without a blood sacrifice. Have you even read the Bible? I don't know. Just people these days have forgotten the ways of the old. So how do you think and yet, they charge money. That is the point. And yet, they will ask clients for hundreds of dollars on the hour to do things that, they didn't even light candles for. And yet, here you are, providing so much value. And to what end? What will be your end at the end of the day? Will you say, I'm proud of myself. Let me have some milk so that I can go to sleep? Or will you just cry and cry like a little baby, tossing and turning and, oh, I can't sleep, because I wanted to ask for money and I didn't ask for it, and then they gave me the same crappy price. Is that your existence? Or are you listening to this video and letting my words percolate into your subconscious, as I said, so that the next time you have the opportunity to ask for money, the Spirit of God will just rise in you, and you'll be speaking tongues of fire, saying, "Give me 10,000, 11,000, ra ra ra, ra 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 ra." You'll be saying, "Por favor," you know. You won't even be speaking English. You'll be psh, 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 gracias, right? Because it's just gonna be natural and funny, and yeah, that's how it works now, from now and forevermore. And then they give you the dinero, and then you say, "arigatou gozaimasu, hai, do itashimashite, and then I don't know. I just wanted to snap because it seemed relevant. No, I promise you that tonight you're going to sleep, and this anxiety about asking people for money is just going to melt away from you. In your sleep, you might have a nightmare or something that seems completely unrelated. And then you'll find yourself able to ask for more money because, I don't know, something about toilet and peeing, and I think I have to pee. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's so funny. Because it's fun when you just do what you want. It's fun. Start having fun right fucking now. I don't know if you're allowed to cuss on the YouTube videos. Yeah, I guess that's it. Message received, message rejected, doesn't matter. There is no consent in this space. There is no safe word. Because I'm not forcing you to do anything you don't want. I don't have to do that. Like the evil dominator people, they don't take consent. They just rape your brain. I really hope I can use dirty language on here. And I am basically the police. Those dark hypno people are raping your brain, whether you are aware of it or not, okay? And now you are consciously letting me go in there and be the police and hit them with the baton until they leave. And that's what I infuse this in all of my videos. That's why they're so weird and crazy. You have to be like, it works. You consciously think about this subject, like such as I have a hard time asking for money that I know I'm worth or whatever. And then I distract you with a bunch of irrelevancies and confuse your brain, and also put the attention on myself in such a way that I seem like I am crazy or something. And then when your brain is in this relaxed, suggestible, weird space where you're judging me and not yourself, that makes it easy for me to get rid of the, malignant forces, if you so please, if you choose. And yeah, that's how it works. And it's a beautiful thing because all I have to do is also get in a weird space and call upon the, adrenochrome demons to, heal and guide me as I do this. So, namaste. And yeah, that's because I'm not the kind of person who says, if you wanna make more money, just step in there and be confident. And one tip, mirror. So if your boss says, I like golf, be like, oh, I like golf. And if he puts his hand here, you just like low key put your hand here. If he goes like this, you like low key do this. And all that stupid shit. And then you like say their name a bunch of times. Be like, oh, Mr. Smith. Oh, good. I totally concur, Mr. Smith. Yes. Oh, by the way, Mr. Smith. And then they're gonna like you because you're saying their name all the time. How to make friends and win influence. Yeah. Yeah, I am not going to do that because I don't have to. I've already infused my videos with actual demonic magic. So you will be able to, because the love of money is the root of all evil. Duh. That's why you have to use demonic magic to get what you want. Light some candles. Get some black candles. And now I am writing a to-do list. Get some black candles in your mind. Light that in your mind with your mind's lighter. If you can rotate shapes in there, then rotate that. Make a little pentagram. And then, summon the dude. And be like, and it looks like the Sims Grim Reaper guy, if you're familiar with that video game. And then just be like, brother, please, can a brother get some money? And then boom, bada bing, bada boom. And then you keep your treasures in heaven so that the moths and the vermin don't get to it. And bam, done. So mote it be.